Hello, everyone. I'd like to rant a little bit on the one true God theory. Most people in most religions believe that their version of God is the one true God. That all other versions are either a product of the adversary, Satan, or Mara, or Lucifer, or any other name that one can ascribe to the source of evil, Surt, maybe. Uh, every other religion besides the one that we're in most cases in humanity, uh, just happens to be the product of the adversary, the opposite of the good one God, or happens to be a delusion that has been entertained for so long that it became a religion. Now, I am among the crowd who isn't the most popular. I am among the crowd who believes that all religions are connected. All spiritual beliefs are connected, and really, everyone has a piece of the truth, and not the whole truth in and of itself. Now, the reason that's not popular is because it's most people in humanity want to say, okay, this is right, this is wrong, cut and dry, black and white, 100%. There's no there's no desire for gray area, and that's true generally in every religion. There are some religions and some spiritual systems that, in general, people are more open. Um, Hindus should be more open. I'm Hindu, and I see a lot of Hindus, most Hindus that I know of, not even met, just know of, are closed to other religions. When Hinduism, in and of itself, the reason I chose it, is a very open religion. And now it doesn't mean that all Hindus or most Hindus believe that everybody else is going to hell. It just means that most Hindus are more closed off than they should be based on the ideology, in my opinion. In my opinion, as a Hindu, but still in my opinion. Now, when we get to the Abrahamic traditions, the Abrahamic faiths, I do believe Jesus was an avatar. Jesus Christ was an avatar, just like Krishna was. But those who follow Jesus, the vast majority, believe that he was the one son of the one true God. Now, I don't really have a vile reaction to such a thing. It's just that it doesn't make sense to me because God is an omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent being, in my opinion. So the idea that he would send one son with the one truth at a certain time and then not send any more of his so-called sons, which I view as avatars, in the future, and that there's only one, and there will only be one for the until the end of time, until the end of the rapture, at the end of basically the universe's time. But that doesn't make sense to me. I can go into the different theories on the different prophets or sons of God or holy men in different religions, but I don't want to get down to the nitty gritty of that because I don't really want to make this video on that. I just want to say that we need to be open to things that we didn't learn as a kid, that we didn't learn from somebody we know or somebody we are inspired by. We need to be open to things that maybe fall outside the scope of what we think is real, what we think is true. No matter what religion you're a part of, or even if you're not part of religion or you don't believe in God at all, nor any kind of God, any form of God, or any spirit, we need to be open to each other's idea of what reality is, how it was created, if it was created, and the different ideas of time, how long it'll last, when it started, is it real? The reason why we need to be open to each other on these ideas and not close off to one another is that as human beings, when we have options open to us, we tend to grow within our very own beliefs. We're surrounded by people with different beliefs all the time, but when we're close to them and we don't consider their ideas, then we remain static and concrete and boxed in and unable to grow. It's like a tree being placed in a box, still growing, but only within this box, so it never really expands. So I understand the one true God idea in a lot of religions as as a being which is not anthropomorphic, of course. That's even according to a lot of people in religions. that believe a lot of other traditional things. But I also believe that God doesn't desire one form of worship, and He doesn't. And the reason why all the different religions exist is because God likes to be recognized in different ways, but also there are different ways of recognizing God. That we are actually parts of God, recognizing the body of God and the form of God and the being of God in various ways. And neither one of them is the best, or let's say right, and all the others are wrong. And there's no even right or wrong idea of the adversary or the counterbalance to God, or even if that exists. I just believe that everyone has a piece of the truth, so we should examine what other people believe and consider ourselves through that perspective. That way we can grow. Even if we decide ours is the right one, we can grow within our own. So, even though I do believe there is one God, ultimately, even if the demigods are bigger parts of this one God that we're still a part of, just bigger parts than we are, I do believe there is one God. Now, the one true God idea. I do believe there is one true God in the sense that the one God idea is true ultimately. But do I believe in the one true God idea that only one religion is right about God? No. I believe all religions have a relatively and equally valid perspective on the source of everything and the maintainer of time itself and existence. This is why I consider different religions. This is why I study them. This is why I look at myself through them, to examine my own beliefs, so that my beliefs don't become static, and so that I can understand God to a greater extent, because this has always seemed true to me. Nobody really told me this, that every religion has a piece of the truth. I mean, you could say Paramahansa Yogananda, the one I consider my guru more than anyone else. But, even though I never met him, granted. But, even considering that, the idea of multiplicity of religious ideology that's valid has really been a personal endeavor and effort on my own behalf, so that I can free myself and help others to be free. That's what it comes down to. So, yes, there's one true God, but I do not believe there's one true idea of God. That's all I got to say about that. If you like this video, give me a like. If you want to subscribe, get more videos like this, please do. I will be posting more videos like this. Thank you very much.